Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
2020 was a weird year because their spring was like he, forgot to turn off the gas at home, so he's going back into the jungle.
That's not my challenger jungler. What do you mean you don't die?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, this time Clear's gonna hit it. And the trading a lot more even. Shu actually low on mana, but he has TP. Clear does not. Getting the back soon, though. Could be an opportunity at some point, maybe to fight over the next scrubs.
We have the first objective being taken. We have the
Ezreal Pantheon. It's a poke lane. you don't get to play into it, yeah. Now this time might be the option for Clear, but the speed up is very good. He is going to ult on in. The damage might be enough, but the second Q is going to miss, and Shu just walks it off. That extra speed burst for him is enough to get away from the Cassante, although now he's sticking around, and the flash comes in, and Shu gets solo killed by Clear. Clear says,
way too overeager. The moment that you're that low, just respect. Doesn't do it. Nicely done by Clear. That is also going to put them now quite close towards getting those sandals here early on. Taking away the possibility of DK securing that first blood. Big win for BNK. They're still getting pummeled in the other lane.
oh boy. Aiming's tanking, two turrets, just barrels ulting under the turret.
Yes,
and it looks very cool. Yeah, oh, they're getting very low. The flash on him, pretty good. We got a teleport coming in as well. Barrel trying to desperately get a kill. He will get the one, but he will be traded back, and that is a kill given over to a Zeri. They get the TP.
To stay up here, but then the dash forward from Clear, and then right there, Shu not flashing is what ends up being his demise. And then here, yeah, so when Pantheon ults, in his animation when he comes down, he actually throws a spear as Kellen.
Yeah, just behind the turret. Shu has flash. He was saving him for this play, but there's so many ults being thrown at the one Jace. And Shu, we sang his praises, but now he's getting bullied. The new guy on the block.
The big difference maker last time around. Lucid also hasn't had an impact yet on this Sejuani. We are expecting him to do so in these fights as Showmaker gonna go back and then I imagine look to TP towards Dragon if it is contested, but so far nothing really coming from it.
Yeah, Dplus top without TP, so BNK just say, well, let's play for top and let's play for mid. Let's we've got our top laner down.
I don't know.
Maybe Ox knows. We're not knowers on this one. Shu, he's very much getting bullied. Like, he's playing weak side Jace, which feels kind of sad. But
for blue buff, that's not worth, by the way. The Pantheon ult cooldown, especially at level 1, Barrel's level 7, so he's not going to get access to level 2 for quite a while, is not great.
His feats given over to BNK as well. They get the turret, they have... Oh,
Kellen taking some poke here.
yeah. It's actually kind of awkward for Alistairs if you want to try to go in, even if you do have ults, if you get low first. The timing has to be so crisp. He's half health, but now the flame coming in. The knockup comes in from Kellen. Showmaker so low. They do take down the Wukong, but can they get anything else? Shu is going to zone the rest of the team, and Clear is playing Cassante. He does not die this time around, and you see Diablo trying to skate his way to a couple more kills. Isn't going to be successful, though. And the poke here from the side of DK might be able to follow up with some damage. So kind of an even state, both teams getting a kill. Showmaker and Raptors, the two to go down.
And in the previous game, we were criticizing BNK for not being they, as you can very clearly see, lack the damage immediately afterwards. Without that Victor, they don't really chew through the Cassante fast enough. And Diablo was completely untouched throughout all of that. As Barrel is... I guess not that, but close to, as they don't want to give up this Herald.
Yeah, he's just baiting them into a false sense of security.
Right?
The Herald is going to be given over to BNK anyway. So, yeah. DK not really in position, it looks like, to really contest that objective. So now BNK, they've got a gold lead. They have to feed to strength. And they have the Rift Herald.
I was thinking DK have been looking too clean. So I'm glad that we're getting a little bit of chaos here.
Yeah.
As that contest, you could have also just, like, you could have taken mid and bot lane turret, I'm pretty sure. With the time frame where they tried to take the Herald, walked up, saw 5 people, and went, "No, we cannot fight that. Actually, we gotta peace out."
Yeah.
Because the outers are still standing, particularly the mid outer. With Ezreal, you have so much turret damage. If you just get a little bit of time with that objective.
Well, we have a bit of poke coming in on the Kellen. He does have his ult though. TP forced. And he is looking for Showmaker. Showmaker doesn't have flash. This is what I was talking about. The Victor really going to struggle in this 1v1. He does a bit of damage, but he's dead, so it just doesn't matter. Keep in mind that this is just kind of posturing for an Ocean Drake at this point, looking for Lucid. It's clear, but he has sent Juwani lots of damage now coming out from the side. Oh, the knockup from Kellen is perfect timing. Keeps his backline safe. Barrel is super low. Down will go the bot lane of DK. And BNK are beginning to run away with this one.
They already can't get through them. Imagine if they start stacking these Ocean Drakes, Valdez. As DK, again, this time it's Vikla that sets up the big play. They just keep going after Showmaker. Look at the itemization from Claire here. If there is no Victor on the enemy team, he is not dying. That's now Iceborne Gauntlet and the 4-0 done. So BNK, very confident seeing this Victor that doesn't have his flash available to start fights. And they have pretty decent tools, but with how big the Wukong and the Cassante are, you can't really go in on either of them. The rest of the team has a lot of ability to dash out. You have Diablo with Cleanse as well. Trying to engage him in this comp really does feel very, very tough. Damage so far has been lacking. Maybe when Showmaker finishes his Leandries, it'll be better as...
Well, I guess Raptor's just dead. Very weird. Not sure exactly how that got started, but he was kind of hiding on bush, and DK had an inkling about where he might be.
Sure did.
And now, I mean, DK up a man. She was kind of trying to bait them into something here. It might actually work. Kellen goes into his ult, but a lot of damage coming out. Barrel has the shield up. Kellen gonna go down through the ult, doesn't matter. And now Clear, we will see if he is mortal. I think in this case, the answer is yes. He dives to a smite.
Diablo!
Go over to Diablo. He's going in, but he gets stunned. There is a nice ult from Vikla to keep him safe. As DK, they really love to play with their food, and they are doing it here so far. Shield gonna waste the flash. Diablo says, thank you very much. I'll take an extra
special. To make fun of our hubris, to talk about a player who had a good last game.
Maybe it's because Chronicler is the best at caster cursing.
Okay, we've talked about
the whole talent team here.
This a lot. Caster curses aren't real, Valdez. I believe that it's just confirmation bias. That's just something our brains do.
You talk to Twitch chat about it. I'm not
You're not
the expert.
Convinced?
Yeah. It's okay. Like, I might be on the fence, but I know who's not.
This poke is not doing a lot of Valdez. I'm just gonna... Oh, they were on Voracious Otacon. DK, Showmaker this time. He's
the angle
safely.
The angle. Oh, that knockup that comes in from Lucid is beautiful. And just like that, your Wukong's dead. The angle was so good, but I guess he just showed for a millisecond before he actually got his ult off. And down he goes.
Yeah, that's a really big... He also used Flash.
Range, and then, you know, Diablo, maybe he made a mistake, or he's able to live through it. So, really, the carry is up to him. This is on Vision. They're just going to try to burst it. And the timing... Okay, the TP comes out, they're just going to back away.
Yeah, that's all they wanted.
Yep.
Because Raptor specifically being on the bot side of the map, he's still on his way. They spotted him on mid-wave. I'm pretty sure he's walking over wards, but they don't have the time to get through this, so I think they're going to have to let it go.
Yeah. Lucio was tanking it up a little bit, you know, maybe keeping at least, see what they can do, but not going to overstay. Barrel.
Whoa, that could have gone very poorly for DK. And now, BFX have set up.
Oh, they're trying to take down Clear before he can get out, but that's not quite enough damage, and they threw everything into a Cassante.
A lot of poke damage, though.
Meanwhile,
Otacon is still throwing very angry orbs at everyone.
They are very angry because they're like a deep red.
Well, Otacon's,
you know,
Otacon's is hangry, right? Like he hasn't seen enough for I think it's salvageable.
Yeah, it's just not the 0-2 magic you were mentioning, right? So here comes BNK. They say, okay, we're voracious now for a voracious Otacon. TP will be forced. And will the fight actually come in? Barrel going for the stun on Declare once again, takes a bit of damage. And the poke, it's only hitting Cassante. And
That doesn't care.
Yeah, that's not really the target you want here.
Flipping?
Okay, maybe a little bit of a flip here as trying to get into the pit, but Kellen keeps him out. The voracious Zoticon comes in. Dplus says, you know what? Why don't I just send myself in and die for no reason? That sounds like a great idea. As now Showmaker says, how about a free kill onto him as well? Obviously, there are revives that are coming in. Diablo and Clear trying to hold on to theirs.
Yeah, but if you don't trade it for anything, like
yeah, I think maybe they should have ran. They're gonna go for the kills anyway. We'll see if it works. The stun comes in and Diablo will get the revive, but you're just gonna lose both of them now.
Jungler's dead though. With the revive, yeah, you have to go for that. What to pay attention to here is how good of a job Kellen and Clear do of keeping Lucid out of that pit. So Kellen goes in, stands guard, and tries actually to knock Lucid out, but is killed immediately. But it doesn't matter. That's all the time he needs to buy. There's also still the threat of Clear ulting in. He was kind of covering the other exit to make sure then this is obviously subpar, but this play here, they don't know that Diablo is there. This is actually a really well set up bait because this is a 5-0 with a triple item, Infinity Edge included Diablo. So they use cooldowns on Clear. Yeah, at this point, if they do trade those kills, that's 100% worth. It's going to be the Baron as well as the Voracious Otacon and DK really fighting on the back foot now. And this felt like the break that BNK needed to really put a foot on this game. I want to see those Nexus turrets fall. I don't want to repeat it the Gen G game, though. That was too much. Me and Atlas both really took a lot of pain from that one.
Yeah, you guys were struggling after that one, understandably.
It just hurt.
Yeah. And Lucid was so close to living there as well. I mean, he died at the very end to Cassante after Diablo went down.
Yeah, and that could have, in by itself, been enough to dissuade the Baron.
Yeah.
DK did get Dragon, but that's, you know, not going to be right home about. His shield is fine. Turret's not.
Yeah, the wave clear is like pretty good with Victor, but just Jace, especially with how far behind he is, and he has Fimbulwinter, like, it's not really doing much. And still, it's Baron buff, so they're going to be able to take these inner turrets at least.
I guess Barrow's also going for Cleaver as well, which does make sense. Really good at stacking that quite quickly. But yeah, sure, if you're trying to play front to back into this BNK comp, if they get Ocean Soul, I think it's actually not doable, right? Because then the tanky members just get to never ever die. The one thing that BNK needs to be careful for is 100-0 combos. That's the only thing. As
okay, well, they're really trying to get on top of this Victor. They might just be able to. The sweep is beautiful. It catches all three. And Kellen, at first, he was like going super deep. I thought maybe he was just going to die, but he sets up an excellent play. And that might just be the game. DK
should be
trying to run out of this one, aiming. He doesn't have his flash. He's queuing the wrong way. He eventually does get the flash off, but still going to go down. And Siu, the whole game, just not really able to do much of anything, and they're going to take him with them. As enough damage will come through, the turrets will fall, and we will have a game number 3. BNK makes it interesting here up against Dplus Kia.
Arcane